Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back and we are joined with our friend, our buddy Gregg Rosenthal of NFL Daily, the Saints Block Party podcast, brought to you by myself, Adam, and my co-host Ryan, aka Wolf. It has been a very long time since you joined us, but we have been on NFL Daily multiple times, thanks to Greg having us on. But this is the first time you've been on the show since we've rebranded, so it's like what, 2+
That's not true.
It
That's
is
not true.
Yes, the last show you were on was we were still hashtag
When
Saints
was
Twitter
that?
podcast. It's been that long.
No.
It's okay. It is. But
I've seen you in real life a bunch though. Like, shouldn't that
That
be
is
worth
true.
more? That's
Which is
real.
more-
Yes.
Maybe not to you, but you know.
no, it absolutely is to me. But we had to get Greg on because the SBP meetup game is happening on Sunday. A lot of our community members will be making the trek to New Orleans this weekend, for us to have a great time in New Orleans to experience the Saints and Patriots game on Sunday. And so we had to get Greg on to the show. So welcome back and thanks for coming on and just chopping up and talking Saints and Patriots with us.
Well, I've already interrupted you 2 times. That's a bad job before you even introduced me. But I don't feel that bad about it because I already plugged this appearance ahead of time on our preview show. So check
Look
that
at
out.
that.
While talking Saints Patriots, I said, this is a fun game. Like, this is
It is.
a sneaky dangerous game for the Patriots.
No, it really is.
I just want to just talk about, I was thinking about this before you came on, like the privilege you've had as a Patriots fan. I've just in my head, I was like, okay, he saw his team win 5 Super Bowls. You draft a first
6.
round quarter.
Come on.
Okay, sorry, 6. See, that's exactly my point. You see your quarterback, you see your team draft Mac Jones, first round pick at quarterback. It doesn't work out. And now you just happen to be in the draft, picking high enough and get Drake Maye, who looks like a dude in the league.
It's shame. Well, I mean, I'm a shameful fan because when Brady left, I was like, it's never going to be that good again. I do this for work. It's too stressful. I'm kind of out.
That's true.
But then Drake Maye, all that season, largely because of Nate Tice was so big on him before his last season at UNC, Drake Maye, that I just started watching him every week, and I was like, this might be my favorite prospect in a decade. I don't remember. Like, Andrew Luck was a great prospect. Cam was a great prospect. Jameis was, but like, I think Drake Maye might be my favorite prospect. And they almost blew it because they beat the Broncos at the end of that season. I'm like, they're going to lose Drake Maye. But then everyone got into Jaden Daniels, and they got Drake Maye anyways. And so now I'm all the way back in. If it wasn't for Drake Maye, I don't think these two teams are that different. It's just the Patriots have a better quarterback.
100%. 100%. That's just what's funny. Just I'll say maybe a couple of weeks ago, it was like, oh, Patriots, that might be our chance to get a dub right there. Now it's looking like, I don't know. I mean, the teams are, they're kind of even, but like Drake Maye, like, I haven't watched a ton of them, like up until like a week ago. And I was just like, man, he really good, like actually good, like not like good on a curve, like, okay, he's a second-year player. It's like playing actually good football. I'm like, oh, shit.
And he just turned 23 years old, too. And the thing that's the craziest thing to me about Drake Maye is that they're like the fans are getting big on him, but weirdly, there's been a lot of like, well, let's see him do it. Like, I don't know, like, we'll see. And I'm like, have you watched this guy? He was in the worst situation I've ever seen any quarterback be in. I mean, there's been a lot of bad ones, but it was as bad as it could be. And if you just watch him last year, you're like, oh, yeah. Like, it's not too big for him. He is so talented. Like, I have no doubt. I don't know where he's going to finish on the scale of, like, franchise quarterback.
Right.
But I have not had even a sliver of doubt from day one. So it doesn't surprise me that he's off to a good start. Now, does that mean, like, 7 Pro Bowls and Hall of Fame candidacy? Or does that just mean he's, like, a top 10-ish quarterback who's going to have some fun and win a few playoff games? I don't know. It's a sliding scale. But he's got the talent to do anything.
We just hit on how these teams are pretty similar, and it just goes back literally to the draft. as after the draft in round 1 of the 2025 draft, you and a lot of Saints fans were just like, cool, our team drafted a left tackle, who might need to play guard. Like, all right. Fast forward 5 games into the season, I give the Saints and the Patriots credit. It seems like they've nailed those picks at drafting Will Campbell, drafting Kelvin Banks, because they the Patriots. Are you still not on the Will Campbell
We'll
train?
see. We're 5 games in. Let's see. How do you feel about Banks?
Go
ahead, Roy.
No, I was just saying, I do see some
is 5
people.
games enough for you to feel that good about Banks?
I mean, I felt good about him. I feel good about him. Like, not like, oh wow, he's just like a stud, just Hall of Fame future left tackle. But like, I could see already that like he knows how to play the position. He's 21 years old. He needs to get stronger. Like, he needs to work on some of the technique things. But you can just see that he's like a good pass protector. He needs to get better in a lot of areas. And I know he's like allowed like a lot of pressures up to this point. But like seeing him last week against the Giants, you start to see him kind of like take that step. So I'm really not worried about him, man. Like I've seen Trevor Penning start at left tackle, and it's like he shouldn't be on the field. Like, why are you on the field right now? You know what I'm saying? So you could tell when they just don't belong. So I'm good with Banks.
Will Campbell looks like a pro for sure. They haven't had the hardest competition in terms of the guys he's been facing.
Mm-hmm.
The one game they did was Pittsburgh, and he was a problem in that game.
Right.
And even last week against Buffalo, like, they're helping him out a lot. I still wonder if he's going to be a better guard long term, but he does look like an offensive line starter. I'm just not ready to crown them for that pick. That's a 4th overall pick. There are some good players on the board, so I just want to see it play. I want to see it play out. I don't think he's going to be a bust, which I was worried about. So that you're right about.
That's true. I feel like this has been very Patriots heavy, but this is a Saints podcast. So having you on the show, the Saints sit at 1-4, but what has been your impressions, observations of them up to this point into the season?
Well, that the offense is a little better than I would have expected, especially the passing game. That you just wouldn't expected that to be the strongest part of the team, and I think it is. I think, and Spencer, and it's not like they have just aces pass protection. It's good enough. It's like okay, and it makes sense. Olave and Shaheed, and then Kamara, and even Juwan Johnson. Like, that's a good group of players catching the ball. But Spencer Rattler's been very consistent, and if the rest of I would have thought that would have been the toughest part of the team to get to respectable. If the rest of the team, defense and special teams, were playing as well as the passing game, and I guess the offense in general, because the running game's getting it going, they'd be a lot friskier. Like, I think the DVOA ratings say a lot for them right now, where they got like the 21st passing game or so. That's like pretty good for Spencer Rattler.
Sounds about right.
And then
that feels
the
about
defense
right.
and the special teams are bottom 4. Bottom 4, bottom 1, I think, for special teams.
Sounds about right.
Yes.
So the defense is worse than I expected. I thought, being down at their training camp, that they'd have a little more going on the defensive side than they have.
Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that, because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new, like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer, just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. if you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, Bijon at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you. No, definitely. I thought they'd be a little more. The defense is just weird. Like last week, like after the Bills game, I was like done with Brandon Staley. Like I was just like, I'm done with him. And just the style he plays is like this bend but don't break, very analytic, driven. Like we're fine. We're giving up 9 yards a clip. We're not allowing the big plays. And I get like everybody's playing like that, but I just don't like that mindset of my defense. Like I want defend every blade of grass. We're gonna knock your head off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I like in my defense. And he just doesn't seem like that type of defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I don't think they're playing with a ton of aggression. You can see it on certain defenses just show up in a given year and they're just playing hard. The Jaguars are a good example this year.
Exactly.
You just never know that's going to happen. Like, it's a good roster. It's not a great roster, but they're just flying around and you can tell they're coached up to play together with a purpose. And yeah, you don't really see that with the Saints or the Patriots for that matter.
I wanted to get your impression on that point of any specific like matchups that I won't say like may worry you, but just things that have your attention for this upcoming game.
In general, like the Patriots, they want to play like a lot of man coverage. So I think you got to be worried about anyone that's not getting covered by Christian Gonzalez. Him getting back in the lineup, the Saints timed that poorly. They are a different defense with him. He is a stud. He made a huge difference last week. But they're not a team that like disguises much. You said you don't like the style of Brandon Staley's defense. I don't love the Vrabel style, which to me is like, hey, we're going to just line up. We're not going to disguise too much. Forget about all those sim pressures. Like he is not up on what the current trends are. It's like we're gonna play tough and physical, and they do that. They hit a little bit after the whistle. They have dumb penalties, but they're out there hitting. I do like that part of it, but they're not trying to confuse anyone. They're kind of old school. Like we're gonna line up and play you, and that works if like your players are better than the other team. And up front, they're pretty good defensive line overall, but they got too many holes to play that way. And like Carlton Davis has not been a good pickup for them. And they're linebackers, they're safeties, like a lot of teams you can take advantage of.
Yeah, that's interesting because I'd say the first 4 weeks, the Saints like faced like some of the most complicated defenses. The Arizona Cardinals, then you had the 49ers. Then you had the Seahawks, and it just was, the Bills, they were like the easiest defense that the Saints had played up to that point. But even them, they do present some kind of challenge. And then you had the Giants come in last week, which, they don't do a lot of disguising. They don't do a lot of sim pressure and all that. And then you was able to see like the Saints passing game kind of be, I mean, it wasn't like great. Like there was the big, 89-yard touchdown to Rashid Shaheed, but it wasn't like a bunch of explosives, and they did get squeezed down in the red zone as normal. But the passing game did seem a little bit more rhythmic than normal, and I think that was because Rattler didn't have to like do a freaking PhD after the snap to figure out like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just able to like, no, okay, this is man to man. This is cover 3. I know what to do here. You know what I'm saying?
Patriots are very old school. I mean, they really are just another extension of like the Belichick era. So they're trying to be good at stopping the run, and they have been pretty good at stopping the run, but you can throw against them. So that's something matchup wise that like if the Saints are going to win this game, I think they have a chance to win this game. Like the Patriots overall as a team, for instance, I know I'm talking about DVOA, but I just think like, okay, we're now 5 weeks into the season. I think some of these numbers have some meaning. They are the 21st team overall. Like it looks good because they just beat the Bills, but they've had a very easy schedule. and they've made a lot of mistakes. They're 21st overall. Saints are like 31st. So that, it's not like the Saints are doing great, but I don't think the Patriots are some world beaters. But I think if they're going to beat the Patriots, they're going to beat them through the air with Shaheed burning Davis or Marcus Jones, their slot corner, or some of these slow safeties, or making plays over the middle of the field. Like I think it might be tough to run on the Patriots, but I think they could throw the ball on them.
How's the pressure like as far as like pass rushers?
It's been good. Milton Williams, that's the thing that's confusing to me, is like their pass rush is good, but they're still giving up a ton in the passing game. Milton Williams has been a good pickup as a free agent. Christian Barmore, who had a blood clot issue last year, he's played 2 really good games in a row. So they have 2 good defensive tackles. Harold Landry's been a good pickup as like an edge defender. Their whole team, you know what it is to me, is like their free agency pickups have been good. They actually have some top level players with like Drake May and Gonzalez. The problem is it's like they got like 15 good players, and after that, we ass.
We
Thanks.
It just falls off a cliff. So I think that actually they're good players, and their coaching are good enough that they might win 10-8 games because they have one of the easiest schedules in the league. But they, like, good teams will pick on the holes on their roster. Obviously, this is a week, though, another game where you're like, the Saints might not be able to.
I will give the Saints a lot of credit, and Ryan and I have done this. Besides the Seattle game, even with the talent deficiencies that they face, they've been literally in every game that they've been in, minus week 3. And I think that's a testament to Kellen Moore as first-time head coach. But I did want to get like the temperature check, because we have this perception, and maybe with head coaches, sometimes they have to grow into the position and grow into the job. Kellen's made some decisions during games where it's like, bro, like, what is your game management right now? Like, is it too big for you? But I pointed out, we were texting about this, that fourth and 5 call against the Giants last week, where he actually decided to like drop his nuts and say like, let's just go in this game.
Yeah,
and it's what we've been like asking for and waiting for, but just an outsider's perception of how Kellen Moore is done in his first season. It's 5 games in, but currently as the Saints head coach.
Yeah, you'd like to see some sort of identity. What is he all about? I like it when they play with pace. I like that the running game with Kendre is starting to get going. To me, that's what he should be about. But I've been all over the game management stuff too, because that stuff drives me the most crazy, and I feel like is the easiest for us outsiders to know when you're really messing up. And it's funny, I mentioned that exact 4th down play on our recap pod last week because I was watching that game live. I assigned myself Saints Giants. I wanted to see that, and I was like, hell yeah. I loved it. And they didn't even score in that drive, but it didn't matter. It was great. I loved that.
Oh, I loved it too. That to me, it was like his Riverboat Ron moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, finally, because remember when Ron Rivera was like super conservative and like, and then like at some point he just changed, like he just switched, started going for it on 4th down all the time. I felt like that hopefully opened the door for Kellen Moore. Not saying he has to go for it on 4th down all the time and stuff like that, but just be a little more aggressive, man. Like in the halves, he's always like going for the field goal, like playing for the field goal and stuff like that. Even though your kicker has missed like 5 field goals, at least 5, I think, this season. It's like, what are you doing, man? Like, have some aggression. Spencer Rattler, like, say what you want. The guy has an arm. So it's like, can we get some more explosive plays out of this passing game? You got a bunch of fast wide receivers, but it's just been feeling so condensed. Something we talked about a bunch on the podcast. Like, it's just a very condensed offense. Part of that, I think, is because it's a rebuilding offensive line. Like, Spencer Rattler is like 4th in time to throw in the league, but 12th in pressure, like QB pressure. So they get a ton of pressure, even though he's like has one of the quickest time to throws in the league. So like that just tells you it's an offense all about getting the ball out quick, And to his credit, Spencer Rattler has done that. Like, he was not that type of quarterback. He used to be a guy that'll hold on to the ball a minute and let plays develop, but he's getting the ball out quick as hell.
Well, I think if you want to see what Kellen Moore's identity is, look at Spencer Rattler's play. Because Spencer Rattler, I think of as a risk taker, and he's out there like mini Kellen Moore,
Yeah.
Like Kellen Moore used to play.
That's what he turned him into.
He's got him like And to be fair, your pressure point's great because I'm trying to bring it up now. I got the NGS numbers, and I remember through 3 weeks, he was facing the second most quick pressure of anything in the league. Because to me, that matters way more than pressure. Quick pressure
Yeah.
is under 2.5 seconds. And
Ooh.
so it made me even more impressed with how Rattler has managed everything. He is turning himself into a guy that, if there was any doubt, is going to be in the NFL for 12 years. This has been a hell of a season for him if he can keep it going.
Right.
He's better than at least like 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks out there that are playing this year, including like Aaron Rodgers. I think he's looked pretty good. He's going to have himself a career, and he no matter what it is in New Orleans, he's going to have himself a career now.
Like, even if he's shown to be a high level backup, which that's staying power, like that, the fact that they were able to get that or drafted that in the 5th round is impressive. That's definitely an impressive feat. It's what I will say is it's the Saints Twitter civil war of quarterback.
Tell me about this more. Because I saw you guys send out a Derek Carr tweet the other day, and I'm like, what is going on in New Orleans?
Can we let things die? Please, just not literally, but like figuratively. Like, can we please, like, God? I'll let Ryan take it because I will blow a gasket.
No, I mean, it's just this. It's been this civil war, honestly, since Drew Brees left. Like,
there it is.
Honestly, because, and I tweeted this last year, I said Saints fans are going to have it real hard when it's actually time to like draft a quarterback and develop them, because they just haven't experienced. We haven't experienced it. Like, we haven't drafted a ton of quarterbacks early. We always, we get free agents or we trade for a guy and stuff like that. They had Drew Brees for 15 years. Most Saints fans only grew up with the Drew Brees era. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different time. So they just don't know how to take it. Like, they're ready to get Rattler out of here. I'm like, Rattler is playing fine. They want Shuck in. Some don't like Shuck either. They want to wait for the draft to see who we could draft, whether that's, Sellers, Lenore Sellers or something like that. But it's like, then some are like, well, Carr would have had us like with 3 wins by now. Like, why are we even talking about Derek Carr? Like, and have you seen Derek Carr play? Like,
are we sure that Derek Carr is better than Spencer Rattler? I'm not. I don't think he's any better. Like, the version you guys had of him.
Like, I just like the pressure part to me is like,
that's the key.
It's key in this argument. It's like Derek Carr, his last 2 seasons in New Orleans was not the athletic Derek Carr. So it's a.
Oh, I can't believe we're even talking about it.
I can't believe it. But it does bring up the question. Back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than Underdog. It's the easiest way to make picks and win money all season long. Here's how it works. You make your picks. If you're right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play as little as for $1. This week, I'm looking at the Bucs versus Falcons matchup. I've got Mike Evans for higher than 1 touchdown and Kyle Pitts for lower than 50 yards. That's my card. Now it's your turn. Just download the Underdog app, sign up with promo code BLOCKPARTY, and you'll get $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY. Millions of fans have already won billions on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
But it does bring up the question, the Tyler Shuck question. Like, what is going on? Like, Kellen Moore today was talking about how Taysom Hill might be QB2, might be the backup quarterback this coming week or going forward. He didn't like commit to it, but he's like, yeah, Taysom Hill.
Wasn't he last week?
No, he wasn't.
He just played.
But it was kind of weird though, And he's moved his position back to quarterback. Like, his official position is quarterback. So, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if he's like a QB too, and he's wearing the wristband at practice and everything. He knows all the plays. So it's like, what is going on with Tyler Shuck? You know?
Well,
No.
it's interesting with Taysom. Okay, first of all, Spencer Rattler is clearly playing too well in my mind to lose the job at this point in the season. If he stayed at this level or if he declines a little bit and we get to Thanksgiving or whatever, okay, let's just see the kid. But like he's just playing too well. He's not losing the job. Like if he's losing the job, there's a lot of people on the team that should be losing jobs. And then second, I mean, Kellen Moore, I'm not saying he's like a YOLO type of guy, but how many times are you going to be the head coach in the NFL and have your Mormon brother right there on your team at the end of his career? You gotta get him in the lineup.
That's a huge thing.
That's
right
an
there.
opportunity.
I was trying to find out this Blake Rupio moment because I'm like, how is he not even?
I don't even know for sure. I'm just assuming they're good because they went to BYU.
They're both Mormon. It's true.
Yes.
And he loved him some Taysom. He loved him.
And why wouldn't you? I loved it. When he came out last week, when he was in the game, I was like, oh, this is great. This made me feel alive, and he still looked pretty good. I was like, I thought he would be broken down by now. He still looked pretty good.
It was a fun game for us to like finally there's been some fun moments in the season, but obviously that Giants game was fun. I think looking for this Patriots game, what does worry me is the slow starts that the Saints defense have had against teams the last 2 weeks. They spotted the Bills 14 points. Okay, it's the Bills. I understand that. But then last week they spotted the Giants an easy 14. Like it looked effortless. It looked effortless. So there's this thing that we have when we have meetup games. So this is our 4th annual meetup game that we'll attend, that we don't lose meetup games because every meetup game we've been at before, they've all been wins. But so there's something always like in the air. Last year was against the Falcons. Before then it was Tyler, we call him Tyler Beignet in the Bears game. And what was the first one? Oh, it was the Vegas Raiders game where Derek Carr didn't like cross midfield and then they traded for him the next season, or they signed him the next season. So our record in meetup games are 3-0, but I will say that the Brandon Staley defense going against Drake Maye, it worries me a bit. Now he's a second-year player, and it was good to see Brandon Staley like really get Jackson Dart out of sorts. But you're talking 2 completely different echelons of players at quarterback, and like this defense needs to step up. And the young guys have, but that's to me that's really going to be very telling in how the outcome of this game goes.
Couple things there. Drake Maye has admitted like he starts games too fired up, and he always has 1 or 2 throws right at the beginning of the game where he just misses. Like, and his completion percent, he's avoided way more mistakes than I would have expected, but he still has that young guy, I'm going to hold on to the ball too long, and he's not the most accurate quarterback, although he's definitely improved. Like, he'll give you a chance to make a couple plays early. Now, that said, it's confusing because McDaniels, their offensive coordinator, has been great in these opening script, and he has been incredible this year. I feel bad for anything bad I said about Josh McDaniels because they don't have that much talent. Stephon Diggs is not as fast as he used to be, but he is getting better now. I'm really surprised how well he's playing, but it's like Demario Douglas and Mac Hollins. Hunter Henry was their number 1 receiver, really, and guys are wide open. I haven't seen guys open since Tom Brady was the quarterback. Maybe Mac Jones' first year, but who was his coordinator? Josh McDaniels. He's been cooking these defensive coordinators, and especially like the lesser ones. So I wouldn't be surprised if he cooks up some open receivers.
Oh yeah,
he's doing the flea flicker. He's doing it all. I love it.
That's what I'm worried about. Like, I think Josh McDaniels going to cook the hell out of Brandon Staley, bro. Like I think he's just going but Brandon Staley, I'll give him credit. Like he has been able to adjust throughout the game and tighten things up, in the second half and stuff like that. But I know those opening scripts I just don't see it changing, man. Like the Patriots going to be up at least 10 points.
You know what we need? We're going to have it's going to be the Travion Henderson game. It's taken too long for him to really bust out. He looks good.
It's
but
time.
I could see him on one of those wheel routes over Demario Davis. When that happens, just think of me. When you're in the stadium, just be like, Greg said it.
Can't stand you. I think trying to think anything else from this game. I think that's pretty much it. The Saints may have Chase Young back. Like he came back in practice and was limited. It was limited, so maybe he played. Maybe he plays on Sunday. Everyone's favorite Cesar Ruiz returned to practice today, and so there's a chance that he may.
Really? Because we got Brian Baldinger doing breakdowns of your guy Torricelli.
Simpkins.
Yep.
Torricelli Simpkins, baby.
So is he going to lose his job?
If Ruiz is healthy, it doesn't. Those are the going back to the whole Kellen Moore thing, right? Those are the coaching like things where it's like everyone in the league that is a ball knower. Shout out to Ali Connolly. Like Cesar Ruiz is not good, and like
he said he was the worst starter in the NFL.
Look, I do like.
I mean, that is.
I'm not the most knowledgeable like tape head or nothing, but I watched like every snap of every game this season, and it was you couldn't play him. You could not play Cesar. It was so bad in the run game and pass game. Like it was so bad. And then, like with Simpkins, it's not that he's like outstanding. He's getting beat, in the run game and pass game too. But I don't know. It just looks different. It looks like he's like at least trying, and he's like at least like figuring it out. Where Ruiz is like, what happened? You're a veteran. Like you're a 5-year veteran. What happened to you? But I expect Ruiz to be back out there if he's healthy. He probably saw that baldy breakdown. It was like, shit, I gotta get my ankle back. Get on out there.
Hurry up.
That's the strength of the Patriots team. If you were ranking the Patriots players, like it's Gonzalez and Maye are 1 and 2, and Barmore and Williams might be 3, 4.
Yes.
So that's the strength of their team.
Cool. Any prediction for this game? I know you do your picks with Cynthia, but
I'm nervous about it. I don't trust this Patriots team and all the love that they're getting. They're coming off of a big win in the division where, they got a couple breaks.
3.5.
It's 3.5. I did the cowards pick for my show Game Debut with Patrick and Cynthia, and I took the Patriots to win, but the Saints to cover. So that just shows you I don't feel good about it. I'm not going to pick against them because, like, what's the point of that? I'll just be annoyed then if they win and I didn't pick it. But I don't feel good about it. I think it's like a last possession type of game. And yes, I do trust my quarterback more to get it done in that last possession.
I mean, as you should. We will pick the Saints because it's a meetup game. Like it's tradition. Like they don't lose meetup games. It would be hilarious if like the Saints actually like drove the ball down the field and it's like a 40-yard field goal and Blake Grupe like misses it to like win the game. if the streak were to end, like it would end in some type of like fashion like that where he should have a job right. But it should be fun, and we wanted to do this, have you on. It's been a while, but just show you love in terms of where NFL Daily has gotten to. Truly impressive. I know you work your ass off, and so for you to do just another 30-minute podcast with us, even though we're friends, just know that we truly appreciate it, and it means a lot to us. And you're killing it. Like you're jet lagged from being in overseas for 12 days, so you coming on and just chopping it up, talking Pat Saints with us was fun, man.
No, I feel bad. If I haven't been on in the Saints Block Party podcast, imagine how many times I've said the word Saints Block Party podcast on my podcast.
I listen
it's
every
like
time.
Twice a week. It's like it's all the time. And yet I haven't even been on. I don't know what that's about. I don't even know if that's true. I'm gonna check.
I honestly I don't even want to ask because you do a podcast every day. Then you're doing like 40s and free agents. You got the thing with Cynthia's like
got Greg working.
It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking. But no, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to this game. So I'll be watching. So remember, think of me when Travion
will route.
Or when Stevenson fumbles again. Like we'll also be thinking of you.
That'll happen too. That's every game.
But we appreciate you coming on. It's all love from us, and continue to kill it. We appreciate you. We love you, man. And with that, we're gonna wrap this up. if you are watching this on YouTube, because we're live streaming this to YouTube right now, please like, subscribe, all that. Become a Patreon, patreon.com/SlankSpotParty. You can't come to the meetup on Saturday, but you can still join us and come to the game with us, because we're going to have a great time on Sunday in New Orleans, and all week, because we're all going, we get there tomorrow, so it's going to be fun. But appreciate everyone who listens. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.